सो हाय एवरीवन, आज है 27 मई एंड मंगलवार का दिन। तो मार्केट ओपनिंग के साथ आज के दिन थोड़ा सा गैप डाउन शो कर रहा है। तो गैप डाउन ओपनिंग में देखो, प्लान कुछ तो है लेकिन मार्केट में प्रॉब्लम ये आ जाती है कि ओवरऑल ट्रेंड जो है हमारा बाइंग साइड है। सो दैट्स व्हाई वी नीड टू थिंक अ बिट बिफोर एग्जीक्यूशन। देखो, मार्केट इज गिविंग ओपनिंग ऑन 24,956 और इसीलिए मैंने कल के दिन ऑप्शन सेलिंग का जो पोजीशन है उसको भी क्लोज कर दिया। बिकॉज अगर यहाँ पे भी ओपन होता है, इफ द फर्स्ट कैंडल बिकम्स रेड, तो यहाँ पर अगर ये वाले जो सेलर्स हैं दे बिकेम पावरफुल एंड उन्होंने अगर पोजीशन को मैनेज करने के लिए और सेलिंग करनी स्टार्ट कर दी, तो देन मार्केट कैन फॉल अ बिट बिकॉज यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा बायर्स का एकुमुलेशन रहता है मार्केट में। और कल के दिन इतने से फॉल में आई डोंट थिंक कि सारे बायर्स जो भी इन ये जो पूरे ट्रेंड में जो भी बैठे होंगे ये लोग निकले होंगे इतने छोटे से ट्रेंड रिवर्सल में। दैट इज नॉट समथिंग दैट आई एम थिंकिंग। फिर भी डे टाइम फ्रेम पे अगर आप लोग देखो कैंडल, देखो डेली टाइम फ्रेम पे एक बुलिश टू रिजेक्शन कैंडल बना है एंड दैट टू इन वीकली टाइम फ्रेम एक एक्सटेंशन कैंडल बना है ऑफ ए पर्टिकुलर हैमर। अगर देखो वीकली पे आप लोग, तो इस हैमर का एक एक्सटेंशन जो कि अपसाइड का ब्रेकआउट हुआ है, ऐसा कुछ पैटर्न बना है। नो डाउट अगर डाउन साइड जाता है तो दिस हैमर कैन टर्न इनटू फॉल्टी हैमर, बट कोई नहीं चाहता कि ये हो, मैं भी नहीं चाहता हूँ कि ये हो। बट आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग कि आज के दिन खुलते साथ एक ग्रीन कैंडल बन जाता है, देन कंटिन्यूशन हम लोग को देखने को मिल सकता है। बट थोड़ा सा वीक रहेगा मार्केट क्योंकि 956 पे ओपनिंग है, जो कि अगर आप लोग देखो यहाँ पर, तो कल के दिन का जो लो बना है वो 900 का बना है, उससे थोड़ा सा 50 पॉइंट ऊपर मार्केट ओपन कर रहे हैं। 24,900 को अगर टच करता है मार्केट तो हम फिर सेलिंग साइड का ही प्लान करेंगे, बिकॉज वहां से फिर सेलर थोड़ा सा हावी होना स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे। और ये जो बायर्स है वो अगर भागना स्टार्ट कर दिए, देन मार्केट कैन टर्न बेयरिश अ लिटिल बिट, है ना। और अगर बैंक निफ्टी की बात करें तो देखो बैंक निफ्टी में भी, बैंक निफ्टी का देखो एक सिनेरियो ये बनता है कि बैंक निफ्टी में ऑलरेडी थोड़े से बायर्स जो है वो वीक होना स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं, तो सेलर्स का एकोमोडेशन यहाँ पर दिख रहा है ऑलरेडी। तो इसका मतलब कि सेलर यहाँ पर बैंक निफ्टी में ऑलरेडी आ चुका है। वंस दे गेट इनटू पावर, ये जो नीचे वाले बायर्स हैं बैंक निफ्टी में, दे विल स्टार्ट एग्जिटिंग। उसके बेसिस पे हम लोग कुछ प्लान कर सकते हैं सेलिंग साइड के लिए। देखते हैं, आज को थोड़ा सा बायसनेस मेरा सेलिंग की तरफ ही रहेगा। और नो डाउट द ट्रेंड इज ऑन टू द बाइंग साइड, बट yes, that is something that I am planning today. सेंसेक्स की बात करें तो सेंसेक्स भी कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा गैप डाउन ओपनिंग दे रहा है, और गैप डाउन के साथ ये जो नीचे वाले लोज है उनके आसपास कहीं ओपनिंग दे रहा है। लेट्स सी दे स्टार्ट फॉर्मिंग सपोर्ट हियर और नॉट। अगर यहाँ पर सपोर्ट बनाता है मार्केट, मतलब इन लेवल पे अगर सपोर्ट दिखाने की कोशिश करता है इस रेंज पे, तो शुड बी द मोमेंटम शुड बी फास्ट। अदरवाइज यहाँ पर जितना भी छोटा मोटा सपोर्ट दिखाएगा मार्केट, उसमें फिर परेशानी बायर्स को ही होगी, क्योंकि दैट विल टर्न आउट टू बी नेगेटिव सिनेरियो। क्योंकि सेलर्स जिन्होंने भी यहाँ पर 80,500 पे सेलिंग की होगी, वो कोई छोटे मोटे सेलर्स डेफिनेटली नहीं होंगे। चलो, लोस तो टेस्ट हो गए एंड निफ्टी ऑल्सो 900 टच हो चुका है। दैट मीन्स हम लोग सेलिंग के साइड का ही प्लान रखेंगे आज को। लेट्स से फोमो में सेलिंग नहीं करना है तो विल वेट फॉर आवर सेटअप टू फॉर्म, उसके बाद कुछ करेंगे, ठीक है। एंड दैट इज द ओनली रीजन। आप लोगों ने देखा कल के दिन जैसा बायर्स का एक्युमुलेशन हुआ था, दिस वाज एक्सपेक्टेड, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एग्जिटेड फ्रॉम द ऑप्शन सेलिंग पोजीशन। So clearly there is a rejection from downside, So if you have a look at Nifty has taken resistance from exact 500 after opening itself. तो बैंक निफ्टी के हिसाब से कॉल साइड का सिनेरियो बनता है डेफिनेटली एंड ऑल्सो बैंक निफ्टी हैज made a kind of rejection candle from both sides, but it is little bit of bullish. Means this is a bullish rejection, and also Bank Nifty has taken resistance from 500. So let's see here. कुछ यहाँ पर कहाँ नहीं जा सकता because Nifty and Sensex are falling and Bank Nifty is holding itself. So let's see. Let me add the premiums over this. Because the VIX is 18.68. इसका मतलब थोड़ा सा volatility रहेगी market में and that's why the premiums are very high as you can see here. If you are going for option buying position also, right? So the delta I'll be getting this very low, which is 0.3. So momentum will be that slow. Let's see. I think these are the point of support. If market breaks them, then we can plan something on to selling side. देखो पहला कैंडल इतना बड़ा सेलिंग कैंडल बना है. That's why I am thinking कि कंटिन्यूशन तो होगा कि नहीं वो बात की बात है. अगर यहाँ से साइडवेज मोमेंटम हो जाता है, then it can be problematic. Or what I can do is I can sell some options right at this point and can sit for the entire day. Let's see, let me build something over this. So if you look at the previous trades also, I have placed them into the draft portfolio. Look at those. ये दोनों में हमने सेलिंग का पोजीशन लगाया था and दोनों अभी नेगेटिव चल रहे हैं. So that's why I exited them yesterday morning. What I can do is I can sell these option prices like 950 I think. If I sell 950 call option, I'm planning to make a beer call spread here. And if I am selling 950 call option, and for the hedging purpose, if I am buying some OTM1, which is I think 2550, let's see how much the capital requires. So if I am selling a 950 call option, and for the hedging purpose, if I am buying OTM1, so let's see what will be the capital requirement here. Capital requirement is under our control only. But already the move have happened there. So there is no point of going for this. थोड़ा सा पहले अगर if we have executed then it will be far better. Look, we have been running in a trade property. We have executed this trade just before, just little bit before. प्लानिंग के हिसाब से सारी चीजें हुई है बट you know the option Greeks needs to be in your favor otherwise you will be getting hurt yourself. Let's see we will try to capitalize on a retracement. देखते हैं अगर मिलता है retracement then we'll be trying to capitalize on that. I have only added put options today. देखो 800 का breakdown तो हो गया so let's add some call options just for observation. And here also let's have a view on option prices. There is a small retracement in the put option which might give chance for us to let's say buy into this but that retracement is not sufficient enough so that we can buy this. Let's have a look at the put option also. It's are showing call options are showing some sort of positive sign here, but that will be counted in the first pullback because if someone buys it, then it more or less he will get trouble in himself only. This would probably run great अगर थोड़ा सा पहले अपने इसमें एग्जीक्यूशन कर देते. नो वरीज क्या करते थे. तो कॉल ऑप्शन में एक रिट्रेसमेंट काइंड ऑफ थिंग दिखाई तो दे रहे हैं. कंटिन्यूशन में दो कैंडल्स बन चुके हैं एंड आफ्टर दैट 800 ब्रेकडाउन आल्सो हैपेंड. That is clearly 200 points of downside move market has done right now. क्योंकि 800 एक राउंड नंबर का ब्रेकडाउन हो चुका है. So here entering into call option is not a uh, bad thing, but let's see. यहाँ to see. यहाँ पर एक कॉल साइड का अगर मूव दिखाता है and on the basis of that move we can plan something. So basically Sensex is taking support exactly from 81,300. There is a crucial point to be looking forward is 81,500. The initial call buyers market has taken stop loss of 10. And there could be probably a spike in put option also. Yes, that has also happened. Look, if this closes in a rejection candle, then that will be not a good thing to enter. If this low also gets breakdown, then there is no point of entering into this premium. So let's have the entries there. I think there is a network issue. Let me check. So clearly the prices have not stopped there and showing a sign of continuation. The put options have already broken the high for the good volume. I think that could be the potential area for entry here. And that should be no particular area. Otherwise, the more lower we will sell, the more will be the stop loss. Clearly, it has taken some liquidity from the downside and showing some sort of upside direction here. So let me have the position like this. 90.30 is the price that we have got. And putting a buffer of, let's suppose, say 10 points right at this point is okay. If this if this turns out to be turning momentum, then it will be very fine for us to be sitting in this position. Other than that, if anything happens, then that would be probably a disaster because already 800 breakdown happened, and we haven't entered in the first time pullback due to some network issues and all. But if the second time also doesn't seem to be a bullish behavior here, then it will be probably problematic. But it's moving in a direction, so let's observe the momentum. So clearly can see that this is the first time pullback that market has shown, and it has taken the stop loss of first time pullback buyers. And moving forward, this is the second time one, and this is that point is a crucial point also. Need to be kept in mind because this is the 20% area of the entire retracement, and this one is 30%. This is the 50% area of the entire retracement, and market has shown the breakdown of that. Sunset has also done a breakdown after that, showing some sort of positiveness. So if particularly this could be the potential stoppers, then also it will be not an issue. If the next candle is the continuation of this particular rejection candle, then it will be very fine. Other than that, it might turn out to be a bluff for the buyers the put options has also shown a classic continuation pattern there. Because the momentum has came in all three indexes at the same time. So that is the thing now to need to be worried about. So that could be a manipulative move if that doesn't sustain on the higher levels. The way it's showing some sort of rejection candles here, if this doesn't turn out to be good, then it will be probably hurting us only. This is the classic setup that we generally follow, which is if one round number, which is in this case 81,400. In if you look at in Nifty, that round number is potentially 24,800. Once that breakdown happens, we took our entry on that particular point. There is no issue in the setup itself, but because of the OTM option, the delta is zero point 0.3 in that. So on particular that delta, if market moves 200 points also, we'll be getting 60 points against that only. What I am expecting right now is the market should close above this 20% area. Possibly the sellers would have been very powerful over this particular reason, so I am not expecting a move till this. On this particular 15-minute candle closing, we will be waiting for the conclusion of this particular move. In order to change the psychology of sellers also, we need to came above 81,800. So till that point, Bank Nifty, Nifty has also should come above 25,000. If you look at the intraday trend, we are against that particular thing. This area could potentially be the stop loss for the buyers. Could probably gonna see this as a low of upcoming days. If the continuation happens and one candle closes above 869, if the negative side continuation happens, then we can't conclude anything at this point. This thing now totally depends on the closing of this 15-minute candle. If this could potentially come above this particular high, then we could see that expectation getting completed. Other than that, it can. What are the prices stretching right now, but not coming above that particular high. We could potentially see 10 points of move in the premium for this 40 points of move in the spot. On 5 minutes, the rejection is towards upper side. That means that could lead to the slow breakdown. So that particular candle has a low of 804, which is somewhere close to 800 only. If this comes to 82, then it will be a thing to be worried about. Because from that point itself, reversing completely is something that is unexpected. This is the last place to be waited. If the continuation of this from the load side happens, then probably this could turn out to be negative. Let me tell this because taking a huge stop loss on a confirmed move is not something that we should do. Yeah, trailed it to 82. should potentially come above 97. Other than that, in the next 1 to 2 minutes, if it doesn't came, then the 15-minute chart will look disastrous. And for sure, if the low gets breaked out, then potentially this low couldn't sustain. Also, Nifty has came down below 800 again. If you look from seller's perspective, it has accumulated a good chunk of buyers over this to get the liquidity. And that's why it is showing a downside movement just to grab the liquidity itself. So I've got that hit particularly because it has grabbed good chunk of buyers over this trend. A clear continuation happening right now of the selling trend. So this is most probable that it will show like this. Clearly, it is tracking the buyers who are buying into this market right now. This could potentially be the entry point of for sellers. I don't think this would lead to any potential conclusion here. This can turn out to be a choppy market right now because the continuation candles that are to be formed in the 50 minute, that is not something we can see right now. Also, due to decay, the put options are also not increasing. It has made a high and unable to break that till this point. On 50 minutes, classic continuation pattern happened, and on basis of this, if you place a sell order also, having a 10 points of buffer here, could potentially give us the target. Let's say I will tell you which side breakout happens. So as mentioned, it is doing the continuation of the particular selling trend right here, and also that continuation can lead to 10 points of targets on the downside. Put options are increasing also on that way. Let's see how far the continuation is. There is a kind of static effect you can see right now because put options are not increasing that much. That's the high itself, but calls are falling crazy. Clear cut a downtrend in call option because it will fall like this only in the entire day. If we could probably sit in the intraday trend of daily, then it would be very good. Other than that, this one was unexpected. So right at this point, we can plan something for option selling position because that will something turn out to be good at this point. So let me create a new one. portfolio. I'm looking forward to sell call option at this point. So there is a less probability that market will come till this point. So I'm planning to sell 850 call option. Yes, sir. So if I'm selling right now is 850 call option. This is likely OTM one. And against that I'm buying, let's see if I'm buying this, the capital requirement and potential profit becomes very less. If I'm buying, because the delta is similar like yesterday only. I don't want that. So if the upside momentum happens in this particular strategy, this will turn out to be good. But I don't think there could be a huge upside momentum today. Here the delta is good. Once I am taking a spread of this much. I think I have to do it manually. First I have to buy a 25, 500 call option. Okay, grab this. And the second one could be 24, 850 call option. So first I have to buy this and then I could sell this one. So we are orders in place. Let's see how it turns out to be. The spread is today of 200 points. This is little bit higher only, but that would turn out to be a good delta. Otherwise, there will be no as such momentum possible towards the against us. The break-even point of this particular scenario is 773, which is definitely if the downside momentum happens, that would be the right at this momentum at this point is the what break even looks like. But I'm expecting a sideways market from here. That's why it is a slight bearish delta premium. So let's see how it looks like if I'm analyzing this in the strategy builder. This has a clear delta of 0.15. That means that in case of 100 points of move in the markets, downside move, I will be getting 15 points against that. So because the spread is a little bit higher, that's why the potential loss and potential profit becomes higher here. This is the potential loss and this is the potential profit. No doubt the probability of profit is high, but because it is having a large spread, that's why. Otherwise, I am not getting the delta yesterday. So just to get the delta in our favor, or at least some delta, I have placed this order. So let's see how it turns out to be. And we need not to place any kind of system stop loss. So let's see. I will be updating you how this turns out to be. So here is a quick update about the position. So it is currently running in this much of PNL. So let me share with you the utilized fund here is somewhere close to 48K. So on top of that, if I am getting somewhere 2% of target, I will be happy to exit this trade on that particular target. So let's see how it goes like. So 2% looks like 9,650 something. So let's see it's somewhere close to 1,000 plus PNL if I am able to see right here. I'll be booking this happily, right? So let's see. Because this is a delta negative strategy, if anywhere between a negative move comes in this particular range, it will be beneficial for us only, right? So let's see how this turns out to be. So here, price has reversed completely, so I need to exit this position right at this point because this is more than what our 1% limit looks like. Because it has reversed, so that's why I need to exit that. Little bit more than 1% what we have hit in this position, but it will last more definitely. This is something very unusual happened right here. Potentially, I can go for a call option at this point because there is a rejection. This time I have got 112 order. Apparently, there could be one position, one more quantity added at this point. So there is definitely not running good right now. I think I need to exit at this point. Clearly, there is no mandatory for the market to right? Turn into this particular thing, turn into this buying trend at this point only. Let's take the risk. If this low gets broken out, then it will be right to exit. Split this to 85. Clearly, this is the low that we are uh, having a stop loss of, and let's see how this momentum turns out to be. In the second position that we built, taken somewhere close to 30 points of stop loss. That's why it got hit into the account mode. Once the short covering move comes fast in this premium, then that will be the point of entry stop loss. There are 2 minutes left for the candle closing of the premium, and on that time frame, things are looking pretty good here. Let's plan for the exit also, because before the 1 minute candle closing of this, we need to plan something. Possibly there could be a sideways momentum after this in particular move. If this candle closes also after this, there could be a stretch towards upside. So let's have this here in this system only. This is the stress I am telling about. So close to 20 points that what we have booked in this position. Let's see if this gives 30 points or not. I'll be updating you what happened right exact at this moment. Because already Bank Nifty, already Nifty has broken out 24,900. So there could be potential move for 25,000 also. Let's see. So here particularly if I say, I can conclude here that market will not touch 24,800 till expiry. So probably selling an option as per that view is something that we can for sure do. So let me analyze how it looks like. So if I sell 24,800 put option, and for that needs to be hedged, I may buy this option right now. So this could potentially be leading to this much of profit and this much of loss. So let's execute this. Or else I can do it manually also. 24,800 put option and 24,600 put option for the hedge. So first I need to buy the hedge. This could be the overnight position that I have to take. And this needs to be so this is the potential trade, and let's see, I'm planning to hold it overnight because there is very less likely that market will come below this, and the more it will forward to expiry, the more we'll be getting the premium decay. So that's why the position looks like this. Here, the potential probability of profit is 68%, and if you look at the delta also, it is slightly into positive, which is 0.12. That means against the 100 points of move, I'll be getting 12 points for that particular delta. Right? So let's see how this turns out to be. If you see the trade right here. This is how the trade looks like. It has a delta of 0.13. Probability of profit is 68%. There is time value which is negative. And if I look at strategy builder, this is how the payoff graph of this particular thing looks like. No doubt the risk to reward is very off, but because of the probability of profit, there is high chances that we'll be getting right. So let's see how this turns out to be. I'll be updating any particular time if this, because here the fund utilized is 51K. So on particular that, on top of that, if I am anytime if I am getting close to say 1% of target, then I will be happily exiting this. And this I have created as a bold put spread, and let's see how the spread goes like. I'll be updating.
So here is a quick update about the position. Uh, this position has already gone to negative of 1K because there is a clear cut good side spike that market has done. If you look at the Nifty, so it has done. I think I was expecting a sideways momentum from here itself, but it has done a good side spike. So that's why we have seen a negative of 1K PNL. If that comes again, I will be exiting because that will be 2% of what our option selling position's margin is. So let's see how this comes out to be. Because there is no full side spike, so I think I should hold this for a little bit. If this turns out to be good, right, then it will be confirmed that all the buyers would have been dumped right here. This will no, it was a good ROI. So it's because if this turns out to be negative here, it will not leak to 800. Breakdown of 800 that we can see right now. So the back of the mind, there is the thing that I am thinking is there could be potentially 800 breakdown. What people should be thinking also. Things are not looking that bad on. This low should sustain in the upcoming 1 to 2 minutes. Otherwise, so clearly it is not. So I have to. So has turned out to be a day with clear-cut firefighting. Let's see, I will make a conclusion of everything what happened today.
So this is what today's position looks like. देखो पहला पोजीशन जो हमने बनाया था दैट इज फेयर इनफ जो कि था आई थिंक इन ओके सो लेट मी गो टू ऑर्डर्स एंड लेट मी शेयर विद यू व्हाट हैपेंड टुडे। सो जो पहला पोजीशन था उसमें हमने स्टॉप लॉस लगा के व्हिच वाज अ फेयर ट्रेड, लेकिन हाँ डायरेक्शन वाइज हम लोग गलत थे, दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव टू लीव द एसएल इन दिस व्हिच इज अ फेयर थिंग। ठीक है, बाकी दूसरी चीज यहाँ पर देखो, इस वाले जो ट्रेड हमने किया था ऑप्शन सेलिंग पोजीशन के लिए, दैट टर्न आउट टू बी वेरी वर्स्ट ऑन दिस प्लेस। ठीक है, जहाँ पर हमने इसको एग्जिट किया एट द प्राइस ऑफ 214 एंड इसको एग्जिट किया एट द प्राइस ऑफ 130। तो इसमें लगभग हमें क्लोज टू 1000 रुपीज के आसपास लॉस हमें बियर करने को पड़ा। दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी डोंट एक्सपेक्टेड इन टू द मार्केट। सेकेंड थिंग ये हुई कि वी अगेन executed option selling position which is this one। तो देखो 11 बज के 4 मिनट पे वी हैव एग्जीक्यूटेड द सेल ऑर्डर एंड उसके बाद यहाँ पर 150 क्वांटिटी में हमने ऑप्शन बाइंग जो की विच इज अ वर्स्ट थिंग, क्योंकि उसमें हमने बाइंग साइड क्योंकि मार्केट जा रहा है इन फोमो आई प्लेस द ऑर्डर, आई एम टेकिंग द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ इट। एंड इसमें हमें इफ यू लुक एट दिस 13 + 12 क्लोज टू 30 पॉइंट्स का स्टॉप लॉस हमें देना पड़ा इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पोजिशन विच इज द वर्स्ट थिंग दैट इज पॉसिबल टुडे। तो वो एक प्रॉब्लमेटिक चीज रही। दूसरे हमने दूसरे एक जो बाइंग किया है उसमें भी कॉल ऑप्शन में गए हैं, लेकिन इसमें हमने क्लोज टू 20 पॉइंट्स बुक किया, विच इज जस्ट टू गेट द मनी बैक फ्रॉम द मार्केट। तो इसमें 20 पॉइंट्स बुक किया। यहाँ पर अगर रुक जाते तो सही रहता, बट फिर से एक ऑप्शन सेलिंग का पोजीशन मैंने इनिशिएट किया था, जो कि ये वाला था। पुट ऑप्शन दोनों को मैंने बेचा था इन द एक्सपेक्टेशन दैट मार्केट विल नॉट गो यहाँ से और ऊपर जाना नहीं जाएगा, बट आई फॉरगॉट कि आई एम टेकिंग द डिसीजंस ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इमोशन, नॉट rational. So the decisions are emotional, so that's why we got an hit on this particular option selling position also, because this has been sold in particularly close to, if I may say, show you that, just a minute. So जो put option में हमारा position का overall PNL बना था, that is इन दोनों में, and this is what the mistake looks like. इन दोनों में क्यों क्या हुआ, देखो पुट ऑप्शन में जो मैंने सेल किया था उसको, उस सेलिंग लेग को तो मैंने टाइम से निकाल दिया, बट द बाइंग लेग विच आई हैव बॉट उसमें थोड़ा सा मुझे ग्रीड आ गया कि चलो इसको बाय किया है, अगर मार्केट इफ गोज इन पुट, market is falling right now, that means puts will increase in further days. तो उसके इंक्रीज होने का मैंने वेट कर लिया, दैट्स व्हाट द मिस्टेक्स व्हाट लुक लाइक, राइट। तो वो जो मिस्टेक था वो मुझे भारी पड़ गया और उसमें हमें 2273 का लॉस लेना पड़ा। एंड माइंड दिस थिंग कि ये ऑप्शन सेलिंग का पोजीशन है और उसमें हमें 2273 का लॉस लेना पड़ रहा है, दैट मीन्स दिस इज क्लोज टू मोर देन व्हाट 5% ऑफ स्टॉप लॉस that we have taken in this position, that should be completely avoided। तो मैंने यहाँ पर ये डिसाइड किया, आई विल टेस्ट ऑप्शन सेलिंग but in a different account, so that I can conclude this account to completely option buying, because I have owned this account using option buying only, so I don't want to merge both of these also. There is a different kind of state of mind required for option selling, because we can't be sitting in an option selling, option buying mind and do the things of option selling, right? So that is the mistake that I am accepting today. Look, today's market is completely volatile and choppy। देखो यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक पूरा मतलब दिस इज जीरो, मतलब ये ऑप्शन सेलर्स का मार्केट ही ये नहीं है, ये ऑप्शन बायर का मार्केट है। स्टिल वी लूज इट द मार्केट। So this is what something that needs to be fairly done। देखते हैं, I will be looking forward to improve this। पहला तो देखो मिस्टेक यहाँ पर डायरेक्शन वाइज हो गया, मैंने मतलब बेकार में बाइंग की साइड का सोचा, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली ऊपर के सेलर्स को टारगेट नहीं किया जा सकता, तो व्हाई शुड आई गो फॉर बाइंग साइड, आई डोंट नो। एंड उसके बाद फिर थोड़ा सा सेलिंग कंटिन्यूएशन हुआ, उसमें भी टारगेट मिल जाता और एटलीस्ट साइडवेज में कुछ ऑलमोस्ट 20 से 25 पॉइंट मिल जाते, बट आई हैवंट गॉन फॉर दैट। और ये वाला मोमेंटम तो चलो हम लोग पकड़ते ही नहीं, क्योंकि दिस इज आफ्टर 9 PM, 9:30 और आफ्टर 10:30। तो आफ्टर 10 PM, आफ्टर 10 AM कोई भी ऑर्डर पंच नहीं होगा सिस्टम पे। दैट्स व्हाट माय रूल्स लुक लाइक। तो उसमें हो सकता था, बट ऑप्शन सेलिंग में अगर, क्योंकि मैं टेस्ट कर रहा हूँ सारी चीजें इसमें, डेफिनेटली अगर आप कुछ चीजें सीखने के लिए टेस्ट कर रहे हो देन डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी लॉसेस, बट आज के दिन थोड़ा सा ये ज्यादा हो रहा है, राइट। सो आई विल बी कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड और उसको मैं ठीक करने की कोशिश करूंगा डेफिनेटली। सो बेसिकली यहाँ पर प्रॉब्लम देखो कहाँ पर हुई। इन द फर्स्ट पोजीशन itself we have taken this much of stop loss which is onto our risk management, because this is the low of, so this particular points, if my entry is here, this is the low of the premium, then my low was the stop loss, which is a fair thing। इन द सेकंड पोजीशन जो कि ऑप्शन सेलिंग में था, यहाँ पर भी लॉस कम ही है, विच इज द फेयर थिंग ऑल्सो। इसमें भी हमने कोई ज्यादा बड़ी मिस्टेक नहीं की। ये जो फोमो वाली ऑप्शन बाइंग की पोजीशन थी, इसमें इट डिड अ ब्लंडर, क्योंकि वहां पर हमें बिना प्लान के नहीं घुसना चाहिए था, दैट्स व्हाई वी इनकर्ड 25 पॉइंट्स ऑफ लॉस है। एंड उसके अगेंस्ट में उसको रिकवर करने के लिए 20 पॉइंट्स का टारगेट हमें नो डाउट मिल मिल गया था। दैट्स वेयर आई आर पीएनएल लुक्स not so bad, but yes it looks good that time। लेकिन जो लास्ट में ब्लंडर हुआ, in this option selling position. यहाँ पर देखो 8 पॉइंट्स यहाँ पर है. That means this should be somewhere close to, अगर मुझे 1000 रुपए का पीएनएल दिखा रहा था, that means it should be somewhere close to 16 to 17 points of loss running. ठीक है, उसमें मुझे 1000 पॉइंट का लॉस दिखाया होता, क्योंकि इसमें 8 पॉइंट का गेन है, तो इसमें 16 और 17 पॉइंट्स का नेगेटिव होता, तो आई विल बी थिंकिंग ओके, तो उसमें एग्जिट करना कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. लेकिन मैंने ऑप्शन बाइंग के लेग को क्योंकि छोड़ दिया यहाँ पर, तो 39 पॉइंट्स का उसमें लॉस हो गया, विच incurred a loss of 30 points clearly into my account, which is definitely avoidable. ठीक है, क्योंकि मुझे ऑप्शन बाइंग नहीं करनी थी, जस्ट दैट कि मेरा जो ऑप्शन सेलिंग का लेग है वो कट गया, एंड ऑप्शन बाइंग का जो लेग था वो बचा रहेगा, that I should be exiting. लेकिन हाँ, क्योंकि put options are increasing so heavily, that's why मैं बैठ गया in the hope of getting things into my favor. तो वो मैं ये सोच के बैठ गया कि that put will go like crazy and I will be getting hell lot of money. But that is something that is out of plan, right? So why should we take these kind of risks? And this totally incurred in the PL of this, which is this is the PNL of today. And with if you look at the brokerages, they are also pretty high, 485 rupees. So this is completely out of my risk management. So that's why I have decided to make a separate account for this. So let's see. If you're getting any kind of value, then definitely make sure that you are subscribing to this channel and also liking to this video, just to encourage me to be transparent and be shareable with every kind of possible knowledge out of the market.